Westbrook with the carry, and let's talk about this offense right now for Miami. A couple of straight running plays. Are they just trying to establish play action on third down?
Ways to score again, but down by 19 with 2:20 to go. McLaurin lost the football.
2nd and 10. Lasco with space. Lasco down inside the. And this time goes down quickly at the 10. Steve Miller at the bottom of your screen. Bigelow. Steve Miller with the ankle tackle. They give it to him over the right side. Bigelow with a hesitation move. And he'll go forward, leaning forward, gets clever. Oh, different caliber of opponent. We're talking about Ohio State. Golf.
They know the coaches expect to see the improvement who's ever on the field. Doesn't matter if you're a first teamer, second teamer, or a third teamer.
Rattlers 1 for 9 on third down. Remember, no Adolphus Washington out for the second consecutive week. Wrapped up and brought down. Ferris has had an excellent game. He is there as Chase Ferris comes in and makes the stop along with Steve Miller.
Here coming down the road.
Said they want to see consistency out of him. Said he was close to being shown the door if he didn't commit to it. Under pressure, Fleming fires to the high side.
To know you're good. Cocky is when you think you're good. You just know he's good being around him.
At that starting spot. First down and 10 at the 29. Swing pass to the outside. Dalen Dawkins gets drilled. The bench excited for Ohio State. Steve Miller had a sack earlier with a big hit for the Buckeyes.
Yeah, old Steve Miller, he's showing that he can play some ball too. Just give me an opportunity. Look at that. Goes out there. I like the way he did. He used the sideline. He cornered the guy up. That guy had no place to go except right in my arms or out of bounds. I'm practicing for next week right now. I'm just going to try to get my base offense ready to go, try some things out.
Second down and 4. Pressure coming again, and Etling is sacked. Steve Miller's 3rd sack of the year. That's 5 times today that the Buckeyes have gotten to Danny Etling.
Yeah, you mentioned Steve Miller, the junior from Canton and Kinley High School. They're all getting the action today. And Urban Meyer knows when the more guys that you can play, and they bring the corner blitz when Miller gets there, the more guys that you can play, that affects your morale. And that'll be good going. They're off next week. I mean, everybody will be buzzing around trying to get up. You think that has anything to do with it?
No, I don't. But it's 49-0, and Danny Etling's been sacked 15 times in 3 starts. And he fumbles that football. Ball loose on the turf at about the 22.
They're going to continue to keep these players here, even though they still have a chance to transfer it out without having to sit out.
Bortles will not be able to find the end zone. Hauled down. Steve Miller, one of the first guys there. Thank you very much, Wendy. The baseball update. Getting closer to the Major League playoffs, and Bortles will throw that.
First down. Field set up the screen. Big hit over on the far sideline. Far side. And Page, he did not play high school football. It's really an amazing story. First down carry and a couple of yards for Green. You know, getting back to Holton, it was after their season over. Our thoughts and prayers with his family and his many, many friends. They hand it off to Tion Green. And he's up to the
50 is when they wanted to open things up and take a few more shots.
Sean McKenzie, the freshman, gets his first carry, and he's stuffed for no gain. They fake the end around, look out from behind. He got the pass away. It is.
Look like that. C.J. Brown, game 3. Butcher returned it beautifully. And Ross gets nothing. Take the jet sweep. They take a deep throw. On a delay, Ross. DJ Brown, the fake. Sets up a screen, and the Buckeyes were ready for it today, so they prepared for it. Brown designed roll, got smacked as he threw it.
Another attempted screen, and Ferguson got belted down behind the line of scrimmage by Steve Miller, who's just getting better and better with each week.
Yeah, one man's opportunity, or one man's loss, another man's opportunity. Losing Noah Spence gave Steve Miller the shot to become a star and a major contributor on his defense. And he was doing that out of a zone pressure, Sean. He dropped into a zone coverage, read the screen, and came up and made an excellent open field tackle.
See if they mix it up. DJ Brown goes to a play action pass.
Going to toss it to Belton, and it's going to be an end around coming the other way to Hamilton. He cuts back to the inside, and he lost 3. So they try a trick play.
Let's ask Bill Lamagna about that penalty and how that penalty is called or enforced.
So they've either got to leave an opportunity to spike the ball or get it out of bounds to get their field goal unit out there. Hackenberg throws.
Tackle for this Penn State offensive line.
And this is a loss by Belton. And the Dolphins, Washington, and Steve Miller combine on the hit. Big 8-yard line. Another blitz coming. Belton, maybe 2.
Hamilton makes a nice catch in traffic.
Only the 3rd play in Ohio State territory tonight for the Nittany Lions offense. And it's a 2-yard gain. Adolphus Washington makes the stop on Lynch. But boy, Penn State this year, and he's got 3 catches already here in the first quarter. Lynch stays in at tailback on first down. Throw out. Hamilton the other side. Got a nice block from one of his wideouts.
See what Ohio.
Fumey, that's next. Set her up. I'm still living out of boxes in my office over here on campus. So he's still getting acclimated a little bit to the area. His teammates have to start at their own 16-yard line. Hackenberg throws short to Belton. Belton broke a tackle, slipped another, and Belton close to a first down. That's a nice start for Penn State.
You know, he was a great football player in high school, too.
Would have been a great football player in the pros, too, had he not chose basketball. I'm pretty sure of that. Brewer on the keeper. And now, as Todd said, it's 3rd and 7. Here comes a blitz. Brewer hangs tough, and it's intercepted by Vaughn.
It's a big target.
He looks left and now comes back to the
play the game and manage an offense.
Opens up in the shotgun with Marshawn Williams, who gets the carry, and he's going to lose yardage. Ohio State all over that.
270, one of the best players in the Big Ten. Here's Leitner taking off. Has a long way to go on 3rd and 16. He'll come up a few yards short. Von Bell
with a leg injury.
Well, that's got to be frustrating for Dabo Swinney to lose Deshaun Watson after he just got him back. But Stout getting Clemson into the end zone. Leitner trying to find a running lane. It's not there. Maybe 2. Steve Miller on the tackle. So 3rd down here for Minnesota. Over 1,200 rushing yards. He's well over 1,200 this year. Has a touchdown today. And Minnesota's back on offense on his 35-yard line. Cobb again. And this time Ohio State gang tackles a 1-yard pickup.
Fellas, this is a monumental drive.
And down to 9. Cobb again, and there's Joey Bosa. He missed him on the touchdown, but not for a chance to tie it. It is a quarterback run, and Leitner goes nowhere. Ohio State all over that play, so no gain. Michael Bennett there first, and now it's a 50. Now keep it on the ground on first down. David Cobb wrestled to the ground by
Lansing. Ball spotted on the 11-yard line, and a lot of work to do for Gary Nova and Rutgers. Steve Miller and throw the ball late. He's getting better at it. I feel like he still has a ways to go. Desmond Peoples tackled by Steve Miller, and then along his right foot rather than plant his foot in the ground. Ralph felt that delivery put too much strain on his arm. Garrett said he's right. His arm feels stronger in the middle of the year than it ever has before, and he has a little more. Herman Meyer so excited about the future because of the youth of this football team. Nova running for his life. Gets away.
And Garyon Conley has a chance to make the play, but you see the ability and arm strength.
Billy's still in the game, but Cook's dropping straight back. Pressure, throws as he hits, but complete underneath. Josiah Price from Cook to set up 3rd and 10.
Father played at Michigan State as well.
Ted Jones, a wide receiver for the Big Green. Buckeyes seem to come across the line, a free play.
To really show their talents.
Ohio State's 3 defenders have moved up to the 25-yard line, no longer waiting at the goal line. As Cook steps up, delivers.
Philosophy, even a couple who were all over the place week to week with different defenses, and then we started to struggle. We didn't really have confidence in anything. So we had never really stuck with much of anything for a while. Hill's a 3rd string defensive tackle out there now for the Buckeyes.
Yeah, and Michael does a great job of just continuing the pass rush, split the double team.
Gardner trying to set up the screen. Kayla 67 gets out, but doesn't have his head on a swivel. Jack Miller, the center, back there as well. They're 2nd and 20, and they're going to run Norfleet. And he's wrapped up at the 24. A 3-yard pickup on 1st down. Play fake here for Gardner, and hits Funchess again. And Gardner has a ton of time looking deep. Single team. Johnson met at the line of scrimmage and driven back against Indiana a year ago. Here's Johnson. He's smothered. To Devin Funchess at the top of the screen. Gardner steps up and runs, and he's outside to the 5. Gardner hit and out of bounds. Here's Drake Johnson. Cuts it back, and he gets pulverized by Steve Miller. That's played in this rivalry, and they will tell you it is the most. Buckeye 30. Pressure coming. Gardner in trouble. Gets rid of it. Gardner's helmet. Play action on 1st down. Gardner stepping up, and Gardner looking at the lows in his senior year, but can go off on the highest of notes with a win at Ohio State. Norfleet in trouble, brought down for a loss. About 2 or 3. Man, great person, and he's a good football coach. Gardner's
here in Indianapolis. The Ohio State Buckeye fans are feeling very good about their team's performance right now. Stabby stepping up under pressure and sacked again. Flag on the play. Steve Miller got him from behind. Stabby. Broken up.
Bill Cubitt spreads the field with 5 receivers on 2nd and 9. O'Toole fake the pass and got a rip down for a loss. Joey Bosa and Steve Miller, the 2 defensive ends, went over Georgia. Almost got help from West Virginia, which lost at home on a last-second field goal against number 7 TCU. Strange-looking play. And O'Toole managed to turn it into a 1-yard gain. It is a 1st down at the 49-yard line. O'Toole rushed for 59 yards and a touchdown last week in their win, and he gets stacked up behind the line of scrimmage by an Ohio State defense that is piling up the tackles for loss and sacks. Steve Miller made the tackle.
Steve Miller has taken the place of Noah Spence, and he's done a good job. And you watch him on film, he gets better and better every week. And the main reason why, he's a grinder and plays with great effort.
Leading Warrenville South, where O'Toole played on state championship team for the Tigers.
He's not dominant both versus the run and as a pass rusher.
Well, every offensive coordinator that plays against Bosa, that's the first thing out of their mouth. We have to have a plan for him.
Red Grange of Illinois, one of the all-time greats in the history of football, was selected as its first recipient. For
opportunity for Luke Fickell and the defensive staff to get plenty of game action for the backups. Rest those starters with an eye toward Illinois. Playing now without two of its best offensive linemen, two starters. Ted Carey's
level of practice, and then transfers over to the game.
3rd and 12. Bailey, look out, lost the football, and Ohio State has it. Curtis Grant recovered the fumble.
Well, another guy that's playing well is Steve Miller, number 88. He was the one that forced the fumble. Bailey is careless. Right here, Steve Miller. Now, Bailey is careless, but Steve Miller is another guy that practices at such a high level. Never quit, never quit. Wraps his arms to jar the ball loose. And Curtis Grant there to fumble. I'd love to see the scoop and score from Curtis Grant, but instead of taking that chance, falls on it.
And the one thing that Luke Fickell, the defensive coordinator, said when we met with him is Miller's a grinder. And you know, Chris, that's the ultimate compliment.
It is a grinder, and grinders make plays. And the other thing about grinders, you can count on them that they're going to be at the right place at the right time.
Sims out of the shotgun, gets the snap, sets it as 28, throws a field, intercepted at the 40 by Ohio State, up the 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, and it's going to be an Ohio State touchdown by Steve Miller. Defensive end picked it off and raced up.